Movie review number 1532 is Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is a 2025 movie that is directed by Emma Tammi, Tammi, who also directed the first film. So this movie is from Universal Pictures and Blumhouse Productions. I saw this movie on December 11th, 2025 at Regal Cinemas 16 in Deerfield Towne Center, Mason, Ohio. So, this is a sequel to the 2023 film Five Nights at Freddy's 1, and it's also based on the video game of the same name, as there were more than one video game of Five Nights at Freddy's. So the film takes place 1 year after the events of the first film. So 1 year has passed since the supernatural nightmare at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where former security guard Mike has kept the truth from his 11-year-old sister Abby concerning the fate of her animatronic friends. When Abby sneaks out to reconnect with Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, she sets into motion a terrifying series of events that reveal dark secrets about the true origin of Freddy's. So, in the first film, we were introduced to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza along with the animatronics, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and how a maniac kind of controlled them. In the second movie, however, we get to see a little more about the true origins of Freddy's. The Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location you saw in the first film, that was just one of the franchise's locations. But the second movie details where it first started. The original location, where everything just went wrong one day. So basically, in the second movie, it starts out at the original Freddy's location several years before the events of the first film, and it features a terrifying secret involving another animatronic that was not one of the four that you saw in the first film. So let's just say there's a new animatronic that you see in this film that could be more of a threat than the other animatronics. Uh-oh. But yeah, this was pretty good. I definitely recommend it. So this movie has Josh Hutcherson as Mike Smith, a former security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Elizabeth Whale portrays Vanessa Shelley, a local police officer and William Afton's daughter. Piper Rubio portrays Abby Smith, who is Mike's younger sister. Freddie Carter portrays Michael, a security guard at Freddy's. Theodis Crane portrays Jeremiah, who is Mike's former co-worker. Wayne Knight portrays Mr. Berg, who is Abby's middle school science teacher. And you will not like his character, trust me. Tio Briones portrays Alice, a paranormal activity hunter. McKenna Graves portrays Lisa, another paranormal activity hunter. Oh, and by the way, David Andrew Craverio portrays Rob, another paranormal activity hunter. There's these 3 kids that goes to the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, and they are paranormal activity hunters. And they are going to investigate this place. But what they find next becomes terrifying, especially for Lisa. Alright, so we also have Skeet Ulrich as Henry Emery, who is the father of Charlotte. Matthew Williard portrays William Afton, a serial killer, the founder of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and Vanessa's father. This was the guy that you saw in the first movie that was like the main threat behind the animatronics. And you're probably thinking, wait a minute, didn't he die or something at the end of the first film? Well, I'll let you guys see the movie for yourselves to find out what happens. By the way, I heard that Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Williard was in the first Scream movie, so this is like a little bit of a reunion for them. Pretty neat. We also see Karen Grove as the voice of Toy Freddy. Megan Fox portrays the voice of Toy Chica. Matt Patrick portrays the voice of Toy Bonnie. And Audrey Wynn Marie portrays Charlotte Emery. She is the daughter of Henry Emery. And this is somebody that you see at the beginning of the film. And I will say this. Something happens in the beginning of the second film where we get to see the original Freddy's location. And this is where Charlotte comes into play. Where she uncovers something very terrifying. And we'll eventually get to see another animatronic that I have not mentioned due to spoilers. But it's definitely more sinister than the other animatronics, I will say. And what happens when those animatronic characters get out of the building? In the first movie, it was pretty much set at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza with the animatronics. In the second film, what happens if these animatronics were to be let out into public? Uh-oh. Well, I'll let you guys see the movie for yourselves to find out what happens, but I thought it was pretty good. Now, the film, I will say this. It will end differently than how the first film ended. And you'll probably be thinking, okay, there should probably be a third one. I will say this, due to the film's ending along with a mid-credit scene or two, there probably should be a third one. And I have heard talks of a third film. After all, there was a third video game, so I think they would do a third film. So we'll see. So that's my movie review of Five Nights at Freddy's 2 Precinct 2 for this movie review. Alright, goodbye.